I'm Sarah. I left Godolphin in 2016 and then took a gap year before doing physics and philosophy at the University of Sheffield. Now I'm still at Sheffield doing a Masters in Science Communication. When I was at Godolphin, I did A-levels in physics, chemistry, maths and an AS in RS. Physics was my favourite out of these subjects, so I decided to look into courses that focused on physics. With the combination of A-levels I had, it seemed like engineering was the most natural path to go down. So I looked at lots of courses, lots of different unis that did that, but none of them really clicked for me. So not really knowing what I wanted to do and knowing that I wanted to take some time out travelling, I decided to take a gap year and to apply to uni while I was on that year out. On my gap year, I worked part of it in care homes, which is something that I absolutely love and still do now alongside my studies, and I travelled for part of it as well. While travelling, I made sure that I did a course in Buddhism, which related to what I'd studied in RS and the philosophy I was interested in, and then I was able to talk about this in my personal statement when applying to uni. So when I started uni, I threw myself into pretty much everything that I could. I played lacrosse, I joined Copperfield Society, which raises awareness for breast cancer, and I joined lots of different physics outreach activities, as well as kind of trying all the give it a go things and different sessions that were put on. I really enjoyed doing this, and it meant that I met so many different people and got lots of opportunities and learnt lots of different skills that I otherwise wouldn't have. Now that I graduated, I had to start thinking about what I was going to do after uni, and studying physics, most people think about, are they going to go into research or are they going to go to work in industry? And for me, neither of these things were right. I knew that I didn't want to do either of those. I was thinking about teaching. So I got some experience volunteering in schools and doing lots of different teaching things, and then realised that being in a classroom actually wasn't for me. I was interested in teaching, but I didn't want to do it in the more formal sense of being in a classroom. From all my volunteering at outreach events and science fairs, I realised that I wanted to teach, but in a more informal sense, so more outreach and science communication. Luckily, there's a Masters in Science Communication at Sheffield, so I don't have to move unis. I'm quite happy staying here and doing that. I want to work in either science journalism or some sort of science outreach in museums and working with children there. So for me, this year is about getting as much experience as I can for that. So for science journalism, I have started working for the university newspaper as the science and tech editor for it. So that'll give me experience editing, and also I get to write some pieces for that as well. As well as this, I'm an Institute of Physics ambassador on campus, and I volunteer at different science brainwaves and outreach events that teach kids in science festivals. So doing all this, I'm just trying to gain some more experience that I can put on my CV and more skills that I can talk about then when I go to interviews for jobs. So looking back, advice that I would give myself at uni is just to do everything, try whatever you can, because you might find that what you're doing then gives you an idea what you want to do in later life, or it just adds to your experience at university. You meet new people and you get to try new things. My advice in kind of general life, I guess, would be that what seems like the natural choice or natural path for you to take might not actually be right for you. So while you're getting advice from all your teachers and careers advisors at school or lecturers at university, or even thinking about what job you want to do, really think, like, is that right for you? Take on all their advice because it's so invaluable and they're so helpful, but you have to think, is that the right fit for you? Because I've had so many points where I've had to think, actually, I don't want to go into engineering, or I don't want to go into industry with physics. They're just not right for me. I want to do something slightly different, and whatever you choose, it will work out in the end. So good luck to everyone, and I hope it all works out.